Hello. Today I will be bringing you a ship that I have been strongly opposed to. The number 666 is quite apt because this ship is literally the devil, literally. It's called the USS Black. It's a tier 9 Fletcher, amusingly called black even though the ship is all white. But this ship is of course a ship I have been quite opposed to as soon as it was announced that it was being added as the rank 1 reward for reaching rank 1 5 times. You don't have to do it in a row. Well, to unlock it now you will have to do it in a row, but after this season just getting 5 wins is enough. And this ship is of course pretty ridiculous. First of all, we have the torps. They are 13.7 km of range, only 43 knots of speed, but they are extremely stealthy at 0.9 kilometers of concealment, and they do a massive amount of damage. They do 21.6k damage, which is the same as the 12 km Shimakaze torps. Or is it the 3 torps? I can't remember which one was the higher damage, but massive damage torps. Now I of course run torpedo acceleration since it gives 5 knots of speed, so they are 48 knots right now, and they have 11 kilometers of range, so even better range than the Fletcher, but significantly slower, but of course massively more damage. Cooldown is just as low on the Fletcher, meaning when you run the 3 million module you get it about 1 minute 20 seconds. So other than that, it reminds you of course very much of the usual Fletcher. I run RPF on this ship because it synergizes extremely well with this ship, and in fact any gearing captain that runs torpedo acceleration will love running it on this ship. Of course, the reason why I have been so strongly opposed to this is not the torpedoes, but it's naturally what's bound to my F button, which is the radar. It has a 35-second duration, 9.45 km range radar on a 2-minute cooldown. That's the premium version, of course. And if that sounds familiar, well, it should, because that's exactly the same radar that is on the Baltimore. And of course, they basically copy-pasted the Baltimore radar on the ship. So you have an insanely powerful tool because you have the usual US smokes, of course, so that means you can completely crush any DDs and they have no hope of outplaying you whatsoever. It's insane that you see the torps landing on the rune. 3 torps on him, he is crushed. Oh, I'm spotted. Oh, there's a Yugumo in here. Well, start shooting. Is someone shooting at us yet? Let's slow down. Let's actually pop our smoke because someone will probably start shooting at us. So I'm slowing down, I'm spreading my smoke a bit. I'm waiting until he starts fading before I slow down fully so I'm concealed. Is he gonna start smoking up? Yeah, he's slowing down and he's smoking up. So we're gonna stop fully to get undetected. And let's press the magic button. Ta-da! Radar! Every DD in the surrounding is now spotted while I'm concealed. And this Yugumo has 0 counterplay, there's 0 things he can do. He cannot hope to outrun this radar because of course I have a concealment of 5.8, just like the normal Fletcher. So I can always jump other DDs, and he can't hope to outrun it because, as you can see, the gearing is the range is so insane. I can even spot this gearing from miles away. It's a Baltimore radar that lasts this long, so you can kill any DD you ambush and they have 0 chance of counterplay. There is nothing they can do except run and hope you're a bad shot and hope no one from your team is helping you, and that's pretty much it. That's all you can hope for in order to win. So that's of course why I have been so adamantly opposed to this ship, because it's horribly unfun to play against. The Flint was frustrating because it was so little counterplay. Literally you needed a radar to be able to counterplay the Flint or hope to get extremely lucky with smoke shots. This one is even nastier to counterplay because at least the Flint didn't have DD concealment like this one does. This one has DD concealment and not even smoke counters it because, well, it's literally a Fletcher with radar and insanely strong torps that are slower. So yes, the Fletcher is of course a DD that I have repeatedly called one of the best DDs in the game, and giving radar to this DD, I'm sorry, whatever it is you're smoking, could I please have some? Because I don't feel like this is a good addition at all. I mean, I understand they want to reward the people who have reached rank 1, I can understand that. I understand people reach rank 1 5 times. I'd want to reward them as well. But why are they giving a ship that is inherently broken, inherently easy to play, to basically what is a community of players that have not only are veterans of the game, meaning they have been playing for over a year, but they obviously know what they're doing as well because they've also reached rank 1. So why not give a more mechanically challenging ship instead of giving a ship that is basically completely broken to them? That's what I don't understand. Why do they keep giving these face roll ships to the rank 1s? Like the Flint, that's also the ultimate face roll ship. You sail in, you smoke up, you start ducka-ducking. That's how the Flint plays. And on this one, it's kind of you sail into enemy DDs, you smoke up, you pop radar, you kill them. And once again, while I sail into this friendly smoke here from the Fletcher, we have a Loyang and a Gearing against us. 2 DDs. My Fletcher buddy is scared and he is bailing. I'm gonna see, are my torps gonna hit anything? Nope. And this is the thing though, like, Loyang, is he trying to push up to radar me? I mean to Hydra me? I'm not in Hydra range. Of course, Loyang Hydra range is 3.5, so I'm just gonna stay out of that range. Let's see, take a better firing angle. Let's line this up perfectly, because I know I can kill them at any point. Then let's pop our radar. Now let's kill off the Loyang first, because the Gearing can't really run anywhere. So we start off by killing 1 DD. There we go, and then we start working on the Gearing. The Gearing tries to, of course, rush me, in the vain hope that he can YOLO rush me before I kill him, but of course I have a massively hard-hitting, hard-to-spot torps, so by the time he spots them, he's gonna have to slow down, panic, I don't know, can he even make it, most likely not. His blind torps have no chance. It's this kind of like, it's just bullshit. This is the most powerful DD in the entire game. The most powerful DD in the entire game. This is the first time I'm playing this ship. The very first time. I just got this added to my account. The first time. And I'm crushing the Yugumo, the Gearing, the Loyang. Like all these different DDs are just being completely crushed. They have no counterplay. Even if they knew that I had radar, which most people actually do know that. How do they counterplay me? Because I can jump them with my concealment at any point. And they have no warning. They see me, they panic, they smoke, they turn around, but the radar is already popped then, and they're being shot at, and all they can do is flee in panic. And that's what I don't like about this ship, is that it's so face roll strong. Why do they have to make, like, at least make there some challenge, something like, why is the range on the radar so ridiculous? I mean, this ship would be significantly more interesting if, let's say, the radar was 5.8 km, the same radar range as is your concealment. That way you would kind of have to like stick to them to be able to spot them. You would be really nasty at brushing smokes, but it wouldn't be inherently broken where you can just stop and smoke up and just wreck people. They would like give it some counterplay. Here I think it's a Bismarck spotting me, hence I'm still reversing happily, and that's when I realized, oh shit, it wasn't the Bismarck Hydra that was spotting me, but it's actually a C-46. Apparently there are people who actually played the German DDs. Who knew? Anyway, that finally got me killed, and in my first game in this ship I had what, 4 kills? I pretty much wrecked the DDs pretty easily. The game ends though, sadly in our loss, but still, it's a premium, of course, so make an obscene amount of credits, 136k damage. Looking at the base XP, well, sadly my team wasn't able to do too much. My DDs didn't really accomplish much in this game, but still, 1.7k base XP. I mean, I would of course have a lot of stuff like Devastating Strikes, maybe Confederate High Caliber, you know, the usual stuff you get, but of course it's a preview ship, so I don't get any of those achievements. And looking at the actual time I spent in battle, 8 minutes 24 seconds. This thing, it's the most powerful DD in the game, and it's being given to people who are extremely experienced, and some of them are also very, very good. Not all. A lot of people have just basically stumbled their way to rank 1s multiple times. Being multiple time ranks 1 doesn't equal being good, just so you guys know. There are people who are quite mediocre, but they just play ranked a lot and reach it. Regardless, you don't have to be good to make use of this ship, because you literally have to press 2 buttons. Smoke, and then you press radar, and now you have completely outplayed every DD in the game. heavily dislike that, and I don't think it's a good design at all. Anyway, since this is a preview, I might as well give you my quick recommended build on what I'm running on this ship. Right, starting off real fast on the black, premium consumables, especially premium radar, of course, that's what you face roll other ships with. Main armaments, you don't want to be losing turrets, torpedo tubes, torpedo reload, the usual stuff. You can get away with propulsion because you have such great rudder shift, since it is a Fletcher. Concealment, of course. And captain perks wise, preventive maintenance, you don't want to be losing turrets. Torpedo acceleration, that 5 knots is quite big for this ship. Last stand, survivability expert, superintendent, additional smoke, additional radar. RPF works great with this ship. And finally, of course, concealment. Although I would of course take concealment before RPF if I took these perks in a priority. But overall, this ship is a terrible addition to the game in my opinion, because I cannot see myself in any way enjoying playing against this ship, because the player I'm playing against can be significantly worse than I am, like massively worse than I am, and he will still be able to crush me if he's playing this ship, because literally pressing smoke and radar will crush anyone, and I don't like that. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'll talk to you guys later.